General Motors reporting August sales were down a whopping 25% overall and 11% for its four remaining core brands just from a year ago. So is GM trying to get into gear right now for the fall? They've got the IPO coming up. What's it going to take to turn this company around? Well, joining us now from GM headquarters in Detroit, Don Johnson, Vice President of Sales for GM Americas. Don, it's great to have you on the show again, sir.
Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
Okay, we're going to talk about these numbers first and foremost, but, you know, you are dealing, of course, Don, as you know, we all know, with a shaky economy, but 25% were down, your sales were down overall year over year. How much of that was cash for clunkers, and are you concerned about the number?
The majority was cash for clunkers. You know, when you look at the overall industry, August was a pretty mixed bag. For us, what we compare our four core brands, and where we were down 11%, as you reported, we did a large number of sales last year from our discontinued brands. So really the more valid comparison is with the core brands. When you look at the trend month to month, and as we look out to the rest of the year, though, we're still cautiously optimistic about the market. We will continue to see our sales grow for the rest of the year, and we believe we're going to see the industry, albeit modestly, continue to grow. You know, consumers are out there with a lot of mixed signals, as you've just heard from the dramatic turnaround in the stock market today again. So they're still going to be a little bit cautious, but we think we're going to be able to appeal to them with new launches. The all-new Chevrolet Cruze comes out later this month,
let me stop you for a second.
That's going to have a big impact.
Let me stop you here for a second. I'm so sorry, but, you know, Chevy, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, your four brands. As I look through these numbers for the month of August, I can't, you know, you're saying mixed bag. I can't really find one right now. You were down 11% year over year just for those four core brands, and these are brands, and I know that in particular the Buick is doing better overseas, but these are your core brands that you're really banking on to do better. You've got the IPO coming down the pike. I mean, are you feeling a little bit of pressure that maybe because of the economy, because of unemployment, that the consumer isn't going to be there for you?
Oh, not at all. In fact, when you look at three of our brands, they were up 37% collectively. Buick was up 66% in August. GMC was up 12%, and Cadillac was up 83%. So
those are U.S. numbers.
Those are fastest growing brand.
Don, I'm sorry, but those are your U.S. numbers.
Yeah,
okay. I want to be clear.
That's what I'm talking is U.S. Clearly overseas, we're seeing a lot of strength. China continues to be very strong for us. Brazil is seeing a lot of good growth, as is India.
Well, Don, let me ask you this. I think, if I'm correct, that GM actually increased the amount of its incentives and discounts, sales incentives, that is, and discounts, and yet you still saw sales drop. How much more can you cut the bottom line to attract a consumer into the showroom?
Well, although incentives were up marginally, you have to look at the whole picture, where average transaction price was also up. And in that regard, when you look at year-over-year comparisons, our incentives are down. Our average transaction price is up. We're managing our inventories very closely, so the contribution to the bottom line, as illustrated by our Q1 and Q2 results, is actually very positive.
Mr. Johnson, is there a number internally, or are there talks internally, that if sales do continue to slide, that if they do slide to a certain point, that you pull the IPO?
First of all, we've always said that the IPO will go forward when conditions are right, but I think it's unfair to characterize sales as sliding. We're actually up year to date over last year, and although August has a bit of an unfair comparison to last year, we're quite pleased with our sales progress.
Don Johnson from GM North America Sales. Thank you very much, Don. It's great to have you on. We'd love to talk to you next month, sir. Thank you, Don.
Thanks for having me.